So we were discussing, Srila Gurudev was speaking very high topics. This was spoken in 92 in Vrindavan, Kartik month. So this, because one devotee asking question about the intimate relations between the Lord and his devotees. But Srila Gurudev did not enter this. He says, now this is not a topic that we should discuss. That's why you don't find such discourses anywhere. These discourses about these higher topics, transcendental topics, they are discussed between only those who have attained the transcendental plane, who are members of the spiritual world, who are already there. So, but in public we should not discuss these things. And he says, though in the Bhagavatam everything is disclosed, not everyone is able to discuss it, because they are not intelligent enough to understand it according to our understanding capacity. The Guru must teach us. And we obey, and if we obey, his blessing will bring us higher, and he will teach us higher subjects. But this is not the case for a beginner. And we are all beginners. Some objection? No? Yes, then we have a good qualification. Even if we are devotees from 20 years, we are still fighting amongst ourselves. We don't find anybody who is actually performing bhajan. There is no unity and not trial for purity. Asat sanga tyaga, a Vaishnava achara. Vaishnava should give up asat sanga. What is asat sanga? Who has no moral character, no proper conduct, who is not following the path strictly, is called asat. Ignorant. Therefore we must give up that asat sangha. But we are all asat. We misuse our independence and we fight with each other, thinking that he is not on the path. I am on the path. But actually none of us are on the path. This preliminary question must be solved first. Why are you going here and there? Because you have doubts. Why have you got doubts? Because there must be a lack in your bhajan. If we perform bhajan properly, all our doubts will be cleared, because Bhagavan is in you. What is the difference between Nam and Nami? We say Nama, Nami, Abheda. There is no difference between Nam and Nami. What is Nami? He is Bharapraman. What is Nama? He is Shabda Brahma. So it's the same. There's no differences. Nam and Nami. He is Parabrahman. What is Nam? He is Shabda. Shabda means we can hear. Both are Krishna. If you say the word Krishna, he is Shabda Brahma. If you worship the deity of Krishna, he is Bara Brahma. But we are not able to control ourselves, and we have no determination that we want to come to the point to see Bara Brahman and Shabda Brahman as one. Rather, we are thinking always if one is a Kanishta Adhikari, a Madhyam, or an Uttama Adhikari. We are discussing about these matters, but this should not be discussed. Everybody wants to be superior to others. Nobody wants to be inferior. Nobody. Huh? Can we agree with this? We want to always be superior. We are some special. Yeah. This is a disease. It's a material disease. But Mahaprabhu is saying, Gopi Bhadu Kamala, Yo Dasa Dasa Anudasa. I am not the servant of Gopinath, but the servant of Gopinath's servant's servant. I am the last person standing on the last step. There are so many dasas standing on the upper steps. His identification is that he never said, I am a Bhagavad Dasa. Who are the Bhagavad Dasas? They are Nityananda, Advaita, or Srivas. So to consider yourself a direct Bhagavad Das is called Ahangraha Upashaka. No, you cannot be a direct devotee of the Lord. The Nitya associates, those who are eternal associates, are already there. You cannot occupy their place. Nor can you occupy even their direct servant's position. You can be only the last servant of all these servants. That's why we are saying Trinarpi Sunijana. Be always helpless. Be always small, insignificant. Only then you will get a chance to come up. This is the Jiva Swarupa. This is the form of us, Jivas, small parts. Jivara Swarupahaya Krishnera Nityatas. The Jiva is always the servant of Bhagavan. But what is his intrinsic nature? It cannot be understood by you. Some say that the Jiva is like lightning. Some say Valagrashatabhagasya, that his size is 1/10,000th part of the tip of one hair. But because we are still on the material plane, we cannot realize it. Means the tip of a hair, and it's standing, and you cut it 10,000 times. This is the size of the Jiva. Of course, it is just given this example. Nowadays, maybe you can with microscope, you may even see it. But it is, at this time, the eye cannot catch it. The 10,000th part of a tip of a hair. We cannot. So it means it is not, cannot be seen by our eyes. So useless eyes we have. And even if you have a microscope, you cannot see you maybe see the 10,000 parts, but you cannot see the jiva. It cannot be understood by you. Some say that the jiva is like lightning. Some say balagra shattabrasya, that the size of 10,000 part of a tip of one hair. But because we are still on the material plane, we cannot realize it. It is beyond our material sense perceptions, eyes or touch or smell or even sound. Even the sound of Krishna is beyond our capacity. We cannot identify Krishna, Nam, Shabda Krishna, and Krishna himself, but they are one. It is the sound, it is transcendental sound. When Krishna plays his flute in the forest, the whole of Vrindavan can hear. He's playing and they're all running to meet Krishna in the forest. What kind of sound is this? What he can, maybe he has a 100,000 watt, how do you say? Speakers, yes. We're thinking like this, materialist thinking like this. But we cannot hear the name Krishna, the real name, because Krishna, Nam, Shabda, Brahma, is the same and Krishna himself. So Mahaprabhu explained this to Sanatana Goswami because he was a great devotee. He never spoke about it with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya because Mahaprabhu considered that he was not ready to discuss with him. However, he spoke with Sanatana Goswami because both Guru and Shishya were on the same plane. Guru and disciple must be on the same plane. The Paramahamsa never speaks this higher knowledge to a gathering of thousands of people. He will speak only to one student, one speaker, one listener. So this secret is not meant for the public. We may not understand. We are not fit to hear the real confidential secret. But if one is qualified like Sanatana Goswami, they are on the same level than the Lord. What is the same level? That he is God also? No, but he has the quality. He is transcendental. We are transcendental persons. We are spiritual jivas, persons. We cannot be seen by any external material tools or sense organs, not be touched. So this, the Paramahamsa never speaks this high knowledge to the gathering of thousands of people. He will speak only to one student, one speaker, one listener. So our first duty is to understand how to do bhajan. But my mind is never fixed. It's always wavering. It is quicker than lightning. Sometimes sleeping. Taking rest. But even in the rest, the mind is wandering. The quicker than lightning. How can I control it? How can I control the mind? It's so fast. As soon as you think I have controlled the mind, he's again here. And you must try to control the mind. You will see how tricky the mind is. We have no experience of this, I think. But my mind is never fixed. It is always wavering. It is quicker than lightning. How can I control it? It's not easy to control the mind. There's no solution to this problem. Nobody can say, this is the way, go and control your mind. One should have concentration and understanding. He must be a philosopher or he can understand this subject. Sarve manoni graha lakshanananda. Not everyone is able to understand that unless the mind is controlled. You cannot even cook or cannot hear or read. You cannot be a student because whatever the teacher will say, you will not understand because your mind will be roaming. So in whatever department you will go, you must control your mind. Because without controlling it, you cannot do anything. But how to control it? This is the problem. There were some rats who wanted to control a cat who was always chasing them. They were discussing among themselves, this cat is always coming without making any noise and therefore is killing so many of us. What can we do to solve this problem? Then one of them said, you tie a bell on his neck, then he will heed, then we will hear when he is coming. Very tricky. But there's one problem. Yes, but what is the problem? Who will tie it on the neck of the cat? He will be eaten. Will be eaten first. So nobody come forward. So this is our position. Everybody wants to control their mind, but we have to be very sincere and serious in thinking how to do it. If you control the mind, all problems will be automatically solved. All problems. Mayam janome sukha dukkha hetu. The Avandi Brahmana said, these people are not the cause of my happiness or unhappiness. They are not my friends nor my foes. They are all independent creatures. So whom can I blame? So I must blame myself because I am the one who is doing wrong. When I keep quiet, they abuse me, they kick me. In spite of this, I am tolerating it. But even if I endure in their endure it, they are telling me, Rascal, you have no mouth. Why don't you speak? And they are slapping me. So what can I do? Why am I in this situation? Is it because of my karma? No. My atma? No. Gala? No. Only the manasa is the problem. Because if the mind thinks, all right, please endure these difficulties, then I will endure it. But if my mind thinks, when you were a multimillionaire, these people used to come to you to beg for money and you were lending it to them. But now the same people are abusing you. They are kicking you. They have taken away all your properties. What is this? So the mind is revolting. And what will be the reaction? The mind will want to take action against them. But now this Brahmana has not any more money. If he had money, he could have put all of them in jail. However, without money, he has to endure the situation. Now he thinks, I have to ask my mind to maintain peace and happiness. Sukhesh anduvikyamana, sukesha vigatas priha vitaragavaya koda, stititya Muni ujyate. In Bhagavad Gita is said, who is the stita pragya? He is one who never weeps for a loss. He never wants to be happy, neither has attachment for anything in this world. If somebody is attached to something, he will fear of its loss. If he will lose it, he will weep for it. Therefore, dukkam bhayam moham are present in this material world. Is there anybody who can say that he is not under them? If you give up fear, you will be happy. Only the devotee can be happy because he knows that Krishna is giving and Krishna is taking away. If we don't get food morning and evening, if we don't get that for which we weep, we will suffer. We will feel pain. If some dog comes and bites you, you may think, why has he bite me? Or bit me, bite me. I have done no harm to him. But this is nature's function. Even if you don't harm anybody, somebody will harm you, and you cannot have justice, even from the court. This is a story of the Avandi Brahmana. It's told in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There's another story also told. Now the situation is not like it was in Ram Raja, when you could get the proper judgment. When Ram was the emperor, a dog came to his court and reported against a sannyasi. Then Ramachandra invited that sannyasi and asked him, why have you beaten this dog? The sannyasi replied, Maharaj, please ask the dog why every time I'm walking by him, he always barks at me. Without any cause, he is barking. So I have done my duty and beaten him. Then Ram asked the dog, what punishment do you require for him? The dog said, sir, there is a vacancy in our mat, in one mat. There is no one in charge. So you please appoint him as the manager there. This is the punishment I require. But this is not a punishment, it is a reward. He will be happy there. The dog said, no, sir, I was once the manager of the temple, and I misused the temple property. I did not give it to the Lord, and for this I become a dog. He will also somehow misuse his position. So he will also become a dog. A dog was used to announce a judgment, so Ram did not need to do it. Such was the situation on those days. But now if something happens to a sadhu, nobody will listen to him. Rather they will say, you sadhus are always begging, troubling people, going here and there. So first thing, we have to become self-sufficient. So whatever happens to us, we will accept it equally. The story of Ram and the dog is told in the Uttarakhanda portion of the Valmiki's Ramayana, chapter 59 and 60. Is there any question or comments on this?
Not this, but before, like we spoke about that soul. If we think the soul is so small, in the transcendental world, there we already have body, where we will coming by that with that soul, in this world, or there is just the soul? No, because it must be so small. No, the transcendental world. If the soul is also the small, or there we have already something.
You think this universe is big?
I don't know. But in scriptures they write it's 3 times more bigger, no?
In another place it is said it is just like a pocket of mustard seeds. There are millions of and the universe is also like this. There are millions and millions of universes existing. But for us it appears like an ant, you know, a small bug.
Oh yes,
For the ant, the universe is just a small part of the forest, maybe, or the kitchen, or boga room. This is his universe. For us, it seems the universe is so big. And we try to expand it further and further, but there really will not come to an end. This is only one universe. It's just that your mind gets more and more filled up with illusion. It is not helpful. What is the use? If you know what is millions and millions of miles away from the planet Earth, 1,000 light years, by example. What is the use to know this? You expand it, for them it becomes very big. But for a simple man, the universe, or village people, the universe is just a village, They do not know much. Nowadays they want to expand, and what expands means that you get more and more information and more troubles. What is the use? Simple life, simple living. We do not know these things, these secrets, all these things. And we will also not accept. Because we are foolish here, we are in ignorance. This is the problem we are facing. So we are not, cannot accept things as they are. Things coming and going. And we think we can manipulate this. This is our illusion. Things will come if I like or not like, it doesn't matter. To control the mind means I accept everything as it comes. And it will not be disturbed by anything, whatever may come. Because this is the nature of this world where we are living. We want to escape and make it worse and worse. You just read the news what's going on in this world. There's peace there. There's everybody fighting with everyone. Always we are against something, and we always feel that I am better than the other one. It's fighting. No control, mind control is not there. We are not accepting that things happen because I misused, as the story of the dog and Ram is telling, I misused the opportunity in this world to engage it in the service of Lord, to connect it with Him. I used for my personal interest. I was exploiting the mud. This nowadays happens also. So he became a dog afterwards. So when he understood that, I want that he becomes the leader of the mud. Then he may also become a dog next life. It's a very dangerous thing. That's because to take responsibility for mud or temple, or you must be pure soul. You must have realized whatever may come, whatever may happen, I accept. Good things may come, accept, but I will not be attached to it. Bad things may come, I can also detach myself easily. Old age will come, disease will come, death will come. How can you avoid this? It's basic understanding. We have to live on this level, and then you become transcendental to this external plane. You have no interest anything in this world. As our Guru Parampara, our Gurudevs, they were they're moving on this level. They have no attachment here in this world. Their only attachment is, how can I please the Lord? How can I please Mahaprabhu? He has sent me here to distribute, to give them understanding how to escape, how to get out of this illusion. Can I control the mind? You cannot control the mind. It's impossible. Even great yogis for thousands of years underwater. What was his name? Somebody remembers. He meditating underwater. The plants were covering him. He had this power. Then he came in contact with two fishes meeting each other, and he opened eyes and saw this. He became infected. The mind starts to desire, I wanted this, and then he got out the water, and he met the king, and the king asked, because he was a great mystic, great powerful person. What do you want? I want your daughter. I want to marry her. I think he had more daughters. 50. So he could not decide who, so he took all 50. but he got realization. Again, he experienced this just small. So there's no artificial control. We cannot control the mind. It's only when we get some transcendental taste. And this we can only get through the mercy of Mahaprabhu, Guru and Sadhu, real Sadhu, not a fake. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai. Welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we are just finished. Jai Shri Radha. Oh, is there any question more? Anything clear?
I like to speak about this and I like more and this information, so therefore I
Information or reading or hearing is not enough. We have to do. We have to follow the order of bona fide sadhu or guru. Otherwise, how will you get this connection? On your strength, you think, because I'm so intelligent and I am so good singer and I am so perfect playing the cattles. You think this is the qualification?
I can say also more things.
Yes, I know. You think you are a very special person.
No, Gurudev, I also like my experiences, like that information is helping me to concentrate on bhajan, like, you know, it's like benzene to the car, or if I have like more information, I know it like more what to do. It's like makes me more concentrate on the bhajan.
If you think so. I don't know. We have to get a higher taste. We have to become, take our original position. And original position is Krishna Nityadas, the eternal meant to please the Lord. We are created, the Lord created all of us and everything what exists for His pleasure. And when we have become one with Him, not that we are melding, we become Himself, but with His desire one, then we will experience real life, real happiness. Now we are imitating Him. We want to become Him. We want to impress others. So that they are glorifying us. And all others, they have not understood that I am such a great devotee. Soon. Ready. Tapasya for him. Radhe, Radhe. Yes.
Could you maybe shortly speak something about responsibility and in service and related to surrender? Because sometimes it seems very, or for me at least, it is confusing. Like, what is the responsibility in service, and okay, and to which circumstance you need to surrender?
I tell you one thing. If you want to become a servant, you have to develop the characteristic of a servant. It means that you always stay like this in front of the Lord, in front of all devotees, of everything what happened here. You always have to take this position. We are always servants to everyone. And we are never masters. And the spiritual master is called spiritual master because he's the best servant. He is not master, he is the servant of the Lord. And he takes always this position, I am lower. When you take this position, you are not make mistakes because you realize that I am a servant of the Lord. And whatever he may arrange, good or bad, it is in his hand. I will accept, whatever may be. But always keep this attitude. Never become angry. If you become angry, if you're disturbed, don't become master. Always find the balance. Always take the position of a servant. Then Krishna Guru can use us. Then, because masters, if you want to be the master and the better one or the higher one, then you will separate. You have no chance to understand. You are separated from the source. So we have to always keep this attitude. Dasa, dasa, anudasa. As we heard in the beginning, we are the servants of the servants of the servants of the servant. This is our position. As soon as you think other, you get in troubles. You are great enemies, you are great, how you say? Conflict. Yeah. On the subtle level. And you will get troubles. That's because the dog said he should become the master of the mud. Because he has this mentality, he will also become a dog in his next life. Not be attached to anything, that everything we cannot influence. We are not the doers, we are not the masters. Everything comes according to His will. And this you will understand when you always keep the position of a servant, of the servant, of the servant. Otherwise, mind will tell you he's becoming your master, and he will tell you. And you become the servant of your mind. And this is very troublesome. Yes, okay. Jai Srila Gurudev Nitya Leela Bhavistam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Vigatari Ashtata Sakasi Srimad Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Guru